Hello, Hill and Andrea. Here is your sewer scope from today. This is me up on the roof. That's the plumbing vent that we're looking down right now. Just trying to clean off the camera head a little bit. So anytime that you drop down to a sewer stack like this, you, there's generally not water running through this. This is basically just air admittance into the plumbing system, so it tends to be dirty. Uh, that and the pipe being a little bit on the old side, I did catch a fair amount of crud, technical term there, crud on my camera head, so not the clearest picture right here. Eventually I'll clear it off, and on the return trip there's a fair amount more water flowing, so it's a much clearer picture going out. So we're in cast iron right now. Uh, Typical corrosion, it gets bumpy on the inside. Normal, right at about 52 feet. We're picking up a little water right here. You can see it off right here. Um, that's a transition into, it's either going to be a plastic pipe, although the lengths that I see are a lot shorter. This kind of looks like PVC, but again, they're shorter lengths, which isn't normal. Generally, PVC is 10-foot lengths generally, but we've got some twists and turns going on here. Like I said earlier, that really kind of did impede my ability to get as far out as I wanted to. Um, that and basically the length of the push. Underwater a little bit here again, dirty water, so my camera head is getting kind of mucked up here a little bit. I would blame that little area of holding water just on the twists and turns right there. Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off of the roof, figuratively speaking, uh, turn the volume of water up a little bit more. That way I can kind of clean off my head, and you get a better view of things. You just kind of bear with me here for a little bit. Um, yeah, again, with a lot of twists and turns, it does tend to get challenging once you get out 130, 140 feet or so. The other thing to think about is on these connections, one coming up right here, you'll see a black ring around it. Okay, so that's a gasketed connection. If they're shorter lengths of pipe, it may be concrete, it may be clay with a gasket on it. Um, just basically a sealed connection. The other big positive is I'm not seeing any root growth, not seeing any root intrusion at all throughout this run. Again, I apologize for a dirty camera head here, but like I said, we'll get a better view on the return trip. So this is probably the point where I come down off the roof, crank up the water a little bit more, and then I'm able to get out, well, probably another 40 feet or so. Um, all told, on the counter, I was at 167 feet, less about 27-foot drop. So that's the horizontal length that I was able to push through is about 140 feet, which is a long go on, in a residential neighborhood. I mean, generally you're not out more than maybe 110 feet, 115 or so. So my guess is, even though I didn't get all the way out to the city connection and could see that, my guess is that we were really, really close, within 5 or 10 feet. And like I said earlier today, things were flowing nicely. There was no backups, no obvious damage, root growth. We weren't holding any water of any significance throughout the line. So, and then again, at that 167-foot mark, things were flowing really freely, so no concerns at that point. Give it a second and we'll start rolling again here. And you start to see a higher volume of water coming in on the side of the screen. That's actually the bottom. I don't have a self-leveling head on this camera. There we go. So where the water is, that's the actual bottom of the pipe, obviously. With all of the twists and turns, once you get out this far and knowing that the first 27, 28 feet is vertical, it becomes really, really physically challenging to be able to push the cable. Again, it's imagine a noodle that's 160 feet long that you're trying to push through a straw. Somewhat challenging, but we're making little gains here. We'll go another 6 feet or so and then be done. Another gasketed connection right there. And that's about it. My guess is that that kind of darker circle up ahead, that may be the final drop into the city connection. Just speculation, but I can't assume that, or I can't think that really the line would be any further than that. At this point, I'm grabbing some cleaning wipes and some paper towels. Clean off my cable as I'm pulling back, so give me a second, we'll start going backwards. Not much to see. We talked about that little damaged section, little chunk that's taken out. I'll pause and video that. I'll also take a still picture of that. And then also the clean outs in the beginning of the pipe that I missed in the basement. I don't think, just knowing where the clean out was and how it was kind of tucked back into the wall, I don't think it would have helped at all to go through there. I think coming down through the plumbing vent was the better approach. But all of those will get noted in. Yeah, there's that little damage section right there. If you notice on the right side of your screen, right there. Don't see that it's a big issue. Yeah, again, if you have the pipe reevaluated in 2 to 3 years, you might note that as well. But we'll go all the way back. Feel free to stick around for the ride home. Reach out to me with any questions.